Okay, so let's try this today. I can see someone is already here. Wow, that's amazing. I'm actually trying the vertical, whatever, the new thing that what okay, so let me see. I think I have to do some setting. Yeah. I'm actually trying the vertical the new live stream on YouTube. I want to see how it works. So yeah, basically I'm not expecting a lot of people here though, but I just want to share something that I've been sharing for some time now concerning code emails and how to go about it. So I'm just going to touch on one or two stuff about code emails. Then that is all. I'm just testing this new feature here on YouTube. So how to send code emails to your professors if you're a prospective graduate student or if you are an incoming graduate student. What you need to do is that I just had a message from someone on WhatsApp, and the person was telling me he has tried with the application for over like 2, 3 years now, but he's not getting admission. Then I told him, then it could be there is something that you are doing wrong, or there is something that you are not considering. And he asked me what that thing is. Then I said, I can't share that with you. I can't tell you that because you know what you've been doing over the years, the trend, the transition, the kind of stuff that you've been putting in play, and the kind of results that you keep getting. You should know what you are doing right and what you are not doing right. So I asked him, okay, how do you go about your stuff? Then he was like, I just make sure I am putting together the recommendations that the school expect from me, like the requirements, the eligibilities, and I just gather my documents and I apply. And I just asked him, do you know what code email is? Like, do you send this professors constant, consistent, back-to-back emails? And he said no. You see where the whole issue is coming from. So when he said no, I realized that no, you know, your application is not just based on your document. Like, to be honest, it's not just based on your document. Like, it goes beyond the documents that you provided. You can get first class and whatsoever, just name them, but you got to also put in the other works. Like, you got to put in the other code emails, constant check-ins, checking in on your application, checking in with professors and all that. So this is something that a lot of people don't consider, a lot of people don't really talk about into details. I'm going to take the next 15 minutes to talk about this, then I'll end the session. Like I said, this is just a trial. I'm just trying the new feature on YouTube to see how it goes. So if you're a prospective student, and even before you start applying to schools, you should start engaging the school, the programs coordinator, to ask for availability of funding and your research interest and how it aligns with their department. You should even reach out to them first before you even apply. You don't just get up and apply. You get a whole point. You don't just get up and apply. Yeah, Al Hassan, I see you. I see you've been following. That's very great, bro. Keep it up. We're gonna win together, bro. And I really appreciate you guys, your support and how you've been following the channel back to back. I really appreciate. You gotta just recommend this channel to other people because we keep doing this for free. We're not charging anybody for anything. And if you follow religiously, you are really going to see great improvement in your grad school journey. So keep it up, bro, and all the best. And happy Independence Day as well. Today is 67th or whatever. Ghana's Day. Yeah. So basically, you should know the kind of code emails that you are. Before you even apply, you should send the code emails. Like I always say, you have to get a book, like a diary, and write all the people's name in it, like the program coordinators, their names, and check the department, check the faculty. Who are the professors whose interest or research area aligns with yours? Then you start sending them emails. Not all of them will respond. Those that will respond, you will take note of that. Those that will not respond, like I always say, whenever you are coming to start with your code emails, take three professors whose research interest aligns with yours and send them the message. When you send them the message and three of them don't respond, maybe 4 days or 5 days later, you can send a reminder. So if you send a reminder to them and you still don't get a response from them, if let's say you are applying to an engineering program and the professors, eight of them have like interest in AI and robotics, first take three of them, send them the code emails. When you send it to them and they don't respond, you send a reminder and they don't respond. What you're going to do is that take another set of the professors and send them similar messages, right? So that is how you can be going about your code emails. Take other three professors for the very first time. When you send them the messages, they don't respond. Don't be in a rush to go and send other professors a message. No. Relax. Send them a reminder 3 or 4 days later. If none of them respond, or if just one or two respond, at least it's positive. You can include them in your statement of purpose. But if none of them responds, then you gotta use that opportunity to search for other three professors who have similar like interest and send them shoot them an email or send them an email about your interest and how it overlaps or aligns with what they are doing, and that in future, if you are admitted, you would love to work under their tutelage or supervision. You always want to draft your message in a very professional, short, concise, but detailed manner. Hello, Professor Michael. My name is Evans, and I'm an international student from Ghana. Recently completed my bachelor's degree in, you mentioned your course, and currently I'm doing ABCD. So maybe the job you are doing is in relation to what the department is doing. If it is not in relation or alignment with what the department is doing, that is also fine. Just introduce yourself, let them know who you are, where you are coming from, and why you are interested in what they are doing. Another point you have to take note is go to the department website. Once you see their names, check their profile. You're going to see the publications they've done over the years, the publications that they've produced over the years. If you're not going to see it on the department website, you just want to take advantage of, Google Scholar. Go and put their name in Google Scholar and search for their names. You are going to get all the publications they've done or they've written or published over the years. Once you get it, I'm not saying read everything. No, just get 2 or 3 of the publications or articles or conference papers or whatsoever that they've worked on. When you get it, just read the abstract, read their methodologies, and go and read their conclusion. If you have the chance and the article is not so long, it's just maybe 20 pages, 15 pages, you can read everything. That is fine, but I wouldn't advise you to do that. Just read the abstract. The abstract will let you know everything that the piece is actually going to talk about, the theme, the methods, name them whatsoever. So when you see that and you realize that there is something that you also love, and that is what the professor is doing, once you are sending the email, you can be like, I also got opportunity to search for your name and or search your publications, and I realized you did this work this year, you published this work this year, and I feel that my interest also lies in that field, or my I have an interest in such field, so I'll be very glad to work with you when I get opportunity to come to school. So you see how like the conversation is like, you should be always specific. You shouldn't generalize your kind of statement. No, be specific with the professors and how their interest overlaps with what you want to come and do in the school. The last time a guy was talking to me, he said he's been applying, he's not been getting into the school. I asked him, which school are you applying to? He mentioned the school. I said, what is your interest? He mentioned his interest. I went to check the school and I realized that his interest is different from what the school is doing. I told him, bro, if that is the case, then you're really gonna not find it easy. Like if your research interest is different from what the department is doing, how do you expect them to bring you in if you have a different focus? So when I told him that, he said, "Oh, okay, I've never thought about this." No, like it's really serious. So you should always make sure that what you want to come and do is what the department is doing. If what you want or your desire, your interest is contrary to what the department is doing, it's a red flag. They are not going to take you in. And also, don't just send emails to professors. Send the emails to program coordinators, program advisors, department chair, director of graduate studies. They wield a lot of power when it comes to the decision-making progress. Most of the times, when you reach out to the professors, they can tell you, "Oh, wow, Evans, your interest really aligns with mine, and I would love to work with you in future." So what we're going to do is that make sure you mention my name in your statement of purpose. So it becomes so clear, it becomes so valid. Valid. So what happens is that in a portion, or let's say you just pick one paragraph in your statement of purpose, then you write, "Also, I got the opportunity to contact Professor Tim. I got the opportunity to contact Professor Amina Esi Abaka, whose research interest in environmental studies aligns with mine. He expressed interest in working with me and even asked me to include his name in my statement of purpose." You know, when you are direct and specific like this and they are reviewing your document, they know how serious and how well, oriented and how research oriented you were, like how you took everything serious. You even reached out to professors. Maybe even on the department website, they didn't include the fact that you have to reach out to a professor before you even apply, but you went, the extra mile to reach out to a professor, and the professor told you include his or their names in your statement of purpose. It becomes so specific, it becomes so direct, it becomes so easier for the admission committee to see, "Oh, okay, this guy knows his, you know, his this guy or this lady knows what they are about." You are not just applying because people are applying. No, you shouldn't do that. A lot of people are applying and they are not getting into the schools because they are oversimplifying and overgeneralizing stuff. A lot of people are just doing it for doing sake. You don't have to do. You have to sit down and plan. Know what goes into this whole school process and this whole school journey. It's not just applying. It's about getting the right document, putting in the code emails, doing this constant checks. And someone has gotten admission, the funding didn't come, so the person thinks, "Oh, the dream has been shattered." But it shouldn't happen that way. You should reach out to the program coordinators about the next step. You should reach out to them for external funding opportunities. Don't make any assumptions. If you assume, they are not, they will think you have money to fund yourself, and they will give it to the one who is putting in the code emails. So if you are here, you don't understand code emails. Code emails basically mean the message. It's like you sending an official message to the school faculty, professors, lecturers, adjunct professors. I mean, name them. You are just sending messages to them. Sometimes you send a message to a professor and he or she will tell you, "I'm out of office," or maybe, "I've retired, I'm leaving. So let me recommend you to this professor." That is how it happens. Don't think you are going to always get it rosy, because at times, some of them, they are not going to respond. At times, to the response is not going to be how you like it. So you are able to tell if a conversation is in your favor. You are able to tell if a conversation is not going the way you like it. If the professor or the coordinator seems very friendly and fluid, you shouldn't destroy that connection, or you shouldn't destroy that partnership. You should leverage on that and even ask for more personal stuff in a professional manner. There were times I gave my statement of purpose to department chairs and program coordinators, and they reviewed it for me. Like, to be honest, you don't hear this anywhere. Like, yeah, because people don't know what it takes or what goes into this whole thing. The programs, not a professor, the programs coordinator had the opportunity to look at my statement of purpose for me. It wasn't like any major correction, but the person read through and said, "Okay, Evans, your paragraph one, I think you said this. Can you clarify? Evans, your paragraph." It was so beautiful. You should take advantage of the code emails because it can make or unmake your application. It can have a major decision on your application, whether you like it or not. So the more or the earlier you know what goes into these code emails, the better. There are some schools, they are going to ask you that don't send any message to any professor. Don't send any message to any professor before you apply. If the school tells you that, make sure you are following suit. If the school tells you don't reach out to anybody, make sure you are doing that. Some schools, they will even tell you don't include anybody's name in your statement of purpose. They are going to tell, based on your statement of purpose, the kind of professors that they think your interest can align with them. That is why I said earlier that your research interest must always align with what the department is doing. Every program you are going to do, they have specializations, they have emphasis, they have areas of interest. If you are going to do computer science, you can't tell me computer science is just one specific, it has one specific specialization. It has different fields. If you're going to do maths is going to have different fields. Business is going to have different fields. So what of those fields, or what about those fields aligns with your interest? How does your interest align with the fields that the department is having? If you don't have any interest, you create one. Don't go with your interest searching for something the department is not offering. Whenever it happens that way, there's going to be a contradiction, because it's not because of you the school is going to mount a specialization. No, you are not the president's son. Even if you are, they are not just going to take that decision because of you. So you should be strategic always. If you are not sure about what they are doing and their interest, that is why the code emails are necessary. Send them. Ask, make inquiries. Don't be scared. These people, that is their job. Most of the program coordinators, they don't really teach because of their job, their roles. They do a lot of administrative work. So whenever you send your emails, they are willing and they are willing and ready to answer you. So why not take advantage of that? So that is what you have to do. If the school tells you to secure a supervisor before you apply, you do that, especially the sciences, the STEM. Normally, they want you to talk to a professor. When the professor agrees to work with you, that is when you apply. Some people don't do that. They go straight forward, they apply. You are wasting money. You are wasting recommendation letters that could be used for other programs. There are some schools, they will not say anything at all. They will not specify whether you should contact a professor. They will not specify whether you should not contact a professor. Whenever it happens that way, make sure you are contacting a professor. But if the school is so straight about the fact that you shouldn't contact any professor, you do as such. You make sure you are not sending any message to anybody. But if they don't say it at all anywhere and they are not restricting you to reach out to these professors, reach out to them. It's a good sign. Okay, so basically that's what I'm going to talk about. I just wanted to share some views on what goes into cold emails. Like, you should take advantage of cold emails or sending messages to professors and the program coordinators. Like, make inquiries about the school. You want to know more about the school. I remember those days when I got opportunity to come here. I was on a Zoom with my department chair, who told me basically about how the department is, how they are trying to diversify, and all of that. So it really helped me. So before I even came, I knew one or two staffs. That was as a result of code emails, because I was always sending him code emails. The time I was going for my visa interview, I was letting the person know, you're going to get that one person that there's always going to be that constant flow of communication between the two of you. Make sure you are taking advantage of that. Vincent Perry is asking, is it right to send the code email for funds before applying? Yeah, you should check if the school give like some serious funding opportunities before you even apply. And at times, whenever you are coming to send a code email, check the frequently asked questions, FAQs. Sometimes they've answered those questions there. So you don't want to go and repeat those same questions, by going to ask these program coordinators. They will know that you don't read. And the moment they know you don't read, it's a bad sign. So you should always check the frequently asked questions, whether the question you want to go and ask has been answered already. You get the whole point. So always check the frequently asked questions. So my time, what I was doing was that at times the question that I want to go and ask, it has been asked already in a frequently asked question, it has been answered. But because I want more, clarity on it, I will go and ask a similar question. I'll ask the same question but in a different format, so that they wouldn't think, oh, I didn't read. So always you should check out. And the message, I posted some on my Facebook page, Ivagas TV, so you can check how to draft a code email to your professor. It shouldn't be anything like tedious. It shouldn't be anything like hectic for you, like you are thinking about it so much. No. And you have my emails. My email is on my bio on Facebook. So you can write a sample, send it to me for me to read before you send. And I'll be willing to help you do that. So yeah, like I said, I was just trying the vertical live feed that YouTube just brought to see how it's like. So basically that's all I have for you guys tonight. I wish you all the best. I know it's not easy, especially if you are taking this route with a steady abroad journey. A lot of things are happening, a lot of things are changing. People are applying nowadays, and the polls are becoming very competitive, like very, 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 very competitive. It's not easy, but I want to encourage you that don't give up yet. Don't give up yet. Some of us were not really sleeping those days when we're trying this thing because we really wanted to further our education, and the hard work actually paid. Like, it paid off. So you don't want to take this for granted. Don't do it like anyhow, because people are doing it, you are also doing it. Sit down, plan ahead. Whenever you make it deliberate and intentional, it really helps. But when you don't plan, you think, oh, everyone is doing, so let me also do it. No, that is not going to help. Yeah. So basically, okay, so you said I should use landscape. Let me try. Like I said, I'm still landscape. Orientation is lock, rotate device. Like, no, I think this is basically going to be like this. So I think the feature is just vertical. So vertical is going to be like this. I don't think I'll be able to do the landscape. I think YouTube is just trying to copy the TikTok format. TikTok, Instagram normally uses the vertical. So I think that is what they are trying to. Yeah, I turned the phone. I actually unlocked the phone stability so that I can actually get the movement proper. But I did that and it didn't allow me. So I think it's just, it says orientation is locked, rotate device back. So I think it's a feature that they intentionally did just for it to be like this, so that conversations will be easier, just like you being on TikTok live and all of that. Basic most of the times it's like this. So I think, yeah, thank you for the suggestion anyway. Like I said, so please don't give up. And most of you have my email and all of that. So send me the messages. It's not easy. I've been receiving a lot of them. I have friends that actually help me out, but nowadays they are also not finding it easy. But keep sending them, because lo and behold, we're going to answer. I do answer most of the messages when I have time, because I have some on Messenger, messages WhatsApp, messages on LinkedIn, messages on my, like, in my email account. So it's a lot, but it's because of you. We needed, you, in order to help each other out. So why not respond to them? Basically, we're going to do just that. At times it is very time consuming. So if you've sent a message, you've not gotten like a response, you just want to take your time and relax, and please, even if it's been long, you can send a reminder, but in a very polite way. Some of you, how you come to us is very, very sometimes not so good, because it's not easy, like combining this with your studies here, and you do the editing, everything yourself, and you still trying to help people out. Like, it's a whole lot. So when you come, you also want to take it easy, so that the person can answer you in a very cool manner. Are you getting it? Yeah, it's true. Entitlement is very bad. I remember those days when I came here, some of my friends, you know they wanted me to do some one or two things for them, and how they were putting pressure on me whenever I tried giving them time that was going to work for me. They didn't understand, and because of that, it created an issue, between um my friends and myself. And it's not so healthy. Like, at times you should just, it's not the same as we used to be home. And right now you can see my eyes very red. I know Ghana is late by this time. If I was in Ghana by this time, I'll be in bed. But here it's like 3:20. I think Ghana is ahead of us like 7 hours. So here, the time that I have to sleep, as I speak with you, like in the next 10 minutes, I have a class on Zoom. So I have to attend the class. And at times you'll be there, you are even tired because of the time zone. Because the whole of my life, 20 plus years in Ghana, by this time I'm sleeping in Ghana. That is how the brain, the mind has been positioned to be like. You get a whole point. But I come here is different. The time that I have to be sleeping in Ghana, here I'm awake. So it's very difficult, very tedious. It's not easy. It has really interrupted my sleep. So most of the time, I really find it difficult to have a very good nap. It's not easy, but like I said, it's because of you we are doing this. So what am I going to gain if you come and I'm being rude, or if you come to me and I'm not minding you? No, we are going to do it. We're going to answer you, but you also have to take your time and know that it's human relations. It's not easy. At times you're going to make some mistakes, but you have to pardon us and take it easy for us. When we get time, we make sure we answer all your emails and all that. Yeah, Nigeria is 11:20 p.m. Oh, okay. I think Nigeria is leading Ghana, so I've gotten partial scholarship in Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. Should I go up? Should I go and apply for the visa or fight for food? Charlie, Illinois State, I got Southern Illinois. That was the first school that gave me admission with funding. Charlie, when the thing came, I was happy. Is it geographical, whatever scholarship? Is that what they gave you? That for that scholarship, they like giving it to people. They like giving that scholarship to a lot of people, but it's very small. So, I'm always scared for people that don't have enough funding, because it makes your visa interview experience very difficult. Like, you'll be thinking a lot. Me, for instance, because I had fully funded scholarship, Charlie, even with that, I wasn't able to sleep proper. But I knew that I was going to get a fully, like, I was going to get my visa approved, like 99.9%. I knew I was going to get it approved. But at times, you shouldn't also be overconfident, because you can go there, they will ask you a question, and a simple question that demands a simple answer, you will go there and you'll be talking certain things outside the box. You find yourself off on tangent. So Southern Illinois Edwardsville, Charlie, the pronunciation is not easy. Southern Illinois Edwardsville. We have Southern Illinois Edwardsville and we have Southern Illinois Carbondale. So always you can check the two schools too. They have some good funding there. Yeah. I know that scholarship. That's the first scholarship I had. When I got that scholarship, I messaged one of my friends here in the US. Hey, please, I've gotten. Then the lady told me, no, Evans, you don't need partial. You need full ride. So that was the time that I was always anti, because I applied to like 16 schools in Ghana, and that was the first school. So when the lady told me I need full ride, all that time I was just thinking of the fact that I'll get at least one that will give me some form of assistantship. That geographical whatever, it doesn't come with assistantship. So you should fight for the assistantship. So check for assistantship. Ask them if they have some assistantship or external. They will send you some links. It's a whole lot of process. But fight, like I said, send the code emails. The moment they see you are eager, you want, you really, you are so much into whatever thing that you are doing, it turns out, they will just give you the offer. I interviewed one guy. I have like 5 interviews with people, but I don't get opportunity to edit them. I did this interview with a guy. He got like 2.5 in chemistry, Ghana. Right now as we speak, he's in Connecticut or whatever. He's doing his masters. He got 3 different funding from the department. Ask me how. He was sending code emails telling them it's not easy to get visa in Ghana where you don't have funding, so he pleads with them they should give him funding. Charlie, boot for boot. Oh. But as we speak, the guy is here, so you should also take advantage of the code email. You get a point, and it's going to help you out. So shoot them a message, because that funding is small. It's just like some small funding just for tuition waiver. How are you going to survive in terms of your food, your rent, and even the remaining of the tuition? How are you going to pay for that? So ask them. If you ask them it's not positive, then you look elsewhere. If all the schools you applied to, you didn't get a positive feedback, there's still more chance. This year is there. You can start preparing yourself for fall next year. So by August, you've gotten all your documents, you've talked to your professors, and you've sent the code emails. That is where my interest is. Like the code emails. You should send the code emails. Very, very necessary. And one of these days, I'll bring you my book. I had a book in Ghana. I brought it. I will show you how I was. It's time. I'm coming to have the interview or something. But I'm coming. Let me check. I'm just I'm just rushing things through. Like I didn't see it, but I'll find time and search for it. Like I said, I have like 4 minutes to go for a class via Zoom, so I'll search for that book. One of these days, if I do my Zoom, I'll show you the book. I still have it. I intentionally brought it from Ghana so that it will show you guys some of the processes and how I just couldn't find it. I have to take my time. I'll show you the book I used. I think I used 3 different books for different things. So I'll show you one of these days. Thank you very much for joining, and I wish you guys all the best. Keep on keeping on, and you're going to get the best result one of these days. Thank you, and bye.